As you can see from this clip, the good news is, although C-19 protocols remain in effect here in learning, the buses are running on modified schedules. The bad news? A number of drivers feel the necessity of donning protective masks and gloves. Hi there, my name's Brian McConnell, a co-founding director for Roanoke Community Ecosystems here in Virginia. Although I've created this video to introduce you to something I call common sense, I'll do my best over the next 6 minutes to explain how shifting your focus from one mode of being, that of game A, to another, game B, could dramatically impact your happiness, health, and well-being. So, let me begin by mentioning a 2011 online article I wrote entitled "Toward a Sustainable Future, Integral Leadership in the New World Economy." Among other things, the article features the collaborative work of former Belgian central banker Bernard Lietaer and theoretical ecologist philosopher Robert Ulanowicz in reference to their breakthrough findings of 2008 revealing how vital network resilience is in an ecosystem's structural integrity. In testing their hypothesis with data assimilated from the Florida Everglades, they quantified carbon units, assuming different trajectories as they pass through a given food network. Those findings show that System 1 on the left exemplified greater resilience than that of System 2 on the right in that it evidences both increased diversity, that is, turtles plus fish plus snakes, and connectivity, and representing a more open system, including 3 interrelated nodes, compared to System 2's single channel, constituted in part by large fish only. So if you think of the carbon passing through the simpler, lone pipeline of System 2 as a singular, strong flow of energy or information, everything within the network may appear to be streaming with relative efficiency until, well, it doesn't. What's more, but much like what followed the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008, and appears to be recurring again in the present COVID scenario, Lietaer revealed bad monetary policy, like massive but arbitrarily divvied subsidies to corporate entities, doesn't incentivize or structurally alter an organization's profit-motivated consumption, but instead merely feeds additional kindling to already parched and overly brittle economies. So, and against that backdrop, let me acquaint you with Joe Brewer, Executive Director of the Center for Applied Cultural Evolution, and one of 3 individuals interviewed last month by Rebel Wisdom for a YouTube video entitled "Predicting the Pandemic." Over the last year, Joe and his family have lived in the town of Barichara in Colombia's northern Andes, where they're adapting a project to restore the region's regenerative capacities back to their former vitality prior to deforestation. In this way, much of the urgency driving Joe's work has been informed by the planetary boundaries model adopted by Stockholm University's Resilience Center. The impetus here being, as you can see from this graphic image, is that 4 of the framework's 8 sectors already indicate levels of uncertainty or higher with regard to planetary instability and the likelihood of wide-scale systemic collapse or failure. Furthermore, and among the same group of practitioners, Daniel Christian Wahl, too, has authored Designing Regenerative Cultures, as the book's cover here reflects, yet being especially well grounded in the systems view. Daniel possesses an astute appreciation for how powerfully culture, or the second-person lower left-hand we quadrant of collective interiors in the integral model, translates with respect to regenerative design. Likewise, and in adopting an inquiry-based approach to this overall process, Christian also frames 2 contrastingly different stories, one a narrative of separation and the other that of interbeing, approximately similar to what Jim Rutt and Jordan Hall have termed games A and B. Furthermore, and silhouetting this preceding work of the last 10 years against Elinor Ostrom's own efforts in 2009, effectively disproving the myth that self-interest drives or otherwise constitutes economic motivation. David Sloan Wilson, too, continues to challenge mainstream science as a well-qualified advocate of multi-level group selection. In Wilson's view, Although the exerted strength of a self-interested individual does generally wield evolutionary advantage within a group, that same individualized advantage doesn't retain its dominance between groups. In other words, among those vying for evolutionary preeminence, nature actually favors or selects those groups whose members as the collective whole are more altruistic or pro-social. Consequently, it's for these same reasons a team of co-instructors, including myself, is currently developing an online conscious cultural evolution course enlisting the Udemy platform. And also why Lesson 8 in the course manual includes a case study involving a fictionalized Nadia Williams as this year's winner of the prestigious Alan Turing Award for Innovative Mathematical Applications. She then is one of 3 student members affiliated with the Post-Conventional Institute of Higher Learning who, together, bear the responsibility for innovating and shaping a bioregional prototype. So, in closing, I'd like to extend an invitation to contact me through Roanoke Community Ecosystems if you have directly related questions or would like to explore prospects of engaging with others in this process of regenerative community building. And thanks for watching.